So, you want to learn how to wrestle like the Okinawan Masters. Hi guys, my name is Joe, and welcome to my channel, Fighting Words, the Martial Arts Library. And on this channel I review martial arts books and talk about other martial arts related subjects. Today I'm actually doing a video that was inspired by an interaction I had on Facebook. So there was a gentleman there who was asking for recommendations on books about Tuite or Tode, basically Okinawan Grappling. He wanted to incorporate it into his karate. Well, I gave my answer there, but I didn't give my answer to you guys. So here are the books that I have that are related to the grappling of karate or Okinawan. So the first one is The 6 Principles of Tuite by Lee Richards and Tony Skeen. One of the advantages of this one for studying is that it is spiral bound, so you can open it up completely to whatever page you're looking at. He covers the principles in the beginning. The rest of the book is filled with mostly wrist locks, as responses to things like grabs, pushes, and chokes. Mr. Richards' lineage is to Oyata, so that's where that comes from. Second book I would recommend, I can get the glare off of it, is Karate's Grappling Methods by Ian Abernethy. Now, Mr. Abernethy is known for writing books on kata bunkai, so the applications of the kata movements. And in this particular book, he takes the various chapters to look at different things, like there's a chapter on throws, there's a chapter on wrist locks, there's a chapter on neck cranks. Now, there's no telling if this was the original intent of the kata movements. A lot of that has been lost throughout the centuries, but if you practice Shuri lineage kata, like Naihanchi and Kenku or Kusanku, etc., you're going to find some grappling applications for those movements in his books, in this one in particular. So the third book that I would recommend is Okinawan Te Revealed. This is by Mark Bishop. Strictly speaking, this is not karate. He actually points out in his intro how it is different from karate, but it is Okinawan Grappling. The entire book isn't on Okinawan Grappling. There's weapons work, striking, etc. There are grappling drills in here, which is one of the reasons why this wasn't one of the first things I recommended. But yeah, we're talking various drills to build things like throws, standing locks, etc. Personally, I think it's a very interesting book anyway, but if you want to understand some of the grappling that was done by the native Okinawans, this book has some of that included. Finally, Principle-Driven Skill Development by Russ Smith. This book doesn't have a whole lot in the way what we would typically think of as grappling. It does include some standing locks. I'm including it here because there's a lot of standing manipulations, similar to what we would think of as trapping techniques, for instance, in Wing Chun Kung Fu. It's different than that, but they are coming out of a reference point that you would see in the Sanchin position, with the arms in this basic starting position. And because there are so many drills based off of that, I think that if you are interested in incorporating grappling into your karate, you can use this as a starting point to learn how to get into a position from which you can incorporate things like throws, sweeps, chokes, etc. I do think that it holds its value in these various partner drills. Again, if you come from more the Goju-ryu, Uechi-ryu lineage, then you're going to find this position showing up a lot. So this might be more helpful to those from that lineage. So, in summary, I don't have any one book that focuses on the breadth of grappling from Okinawa. I think all of them are currently in publication, unlike a lot of my books. I have a lot of out-of-print stuff. But I know 2 are from the self-publishing site Lulu. Russ Smith's book on skill development is from Tambuli Media. It's still out there. I'd be surprised if Abernethy's is not currently in publication, but I think it should be. It ought to be, rather. Between these various texts, I think that if you have a background in karate, or maybe something similar like Tang Sudo, you can take them and use them as reference points for building a grappling arsenal around the karate structure and techniques that you already have. Now, what I recommended to the gentleman on Facebook is that the books themselves are not enough. I would strongly recommend, if you want to incorporate grappling into your martial arts, you need to begin by practicing something with contested clinch work. And this can be found, obviously, in many grappling systems like wrestling and judo. I would say it depends on the school or gym, but you can also find an opportunity for a lot of contested clinch work in Muay Thai. Not every place in the West spends as much time on clinch training as they do in Thailand, where they will develop hours sometimes to training in the clinch. But if you come from a striking background, I think that perhaps that Muay Thai system of clinching will make more sense for your karate background. And obviously there's also mixed martial arts gyms, which have sort of a hybrid clinch system that incorporates both wrestling and Muay Thai into it, in addition to the striking elements from dirty boxing. Once you get used to maneuvering in the clinch, once you get used to, understanding what the choke points, the control points of the human body are, once you get used to, feeling the opponent's pressure and learning how to redirect that, learning how to stay on balance yourself while you're being, pulled and pushed everywhere. When you develop those foundational skills, then I would suggest that would be the time to incorporate the techniques from your karate background, from, this set of books, if you choose to go in that direction. But learn how to wrestle before you try to wrestle, basically. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. If you guys have any suggestions for other topics you'd like me to cover, any books you'd like me to cover, please donate to my coffee. That will make me listen more. The link to that is going to be in the description and also on the main page. That's all I got for this week. Hope it's been helpful. Thank you.